Crash course on geography of the Ice Age in Canada. The Ice Age, also known as the Pleistocene epoch, was a time period in Earth's history that lasted from about 2.6 million to 11,700 years ago. During this time, large parts of the world were covered in ice sheets and glaciers, which had a significant impact on the geography and climate of the planet. In this crash course, we'll explore the geography of the Ice Age and some interesting stories and examples from this time period. Glaciers and ice sheets. During the Ice Age, glaciers and ice sheets covered much of the northern hemisphere, including large parts of North America, Europe, and Asia. These massive sheets of ice had a profound impact on the geography of the planet, shaping the landscape and carving out valleys and fjords. In some places, glaciers were over 2,000 meters thick, and the weight of the ice caused the land to sink, creating depressions known as glacial basins. One of the most famous examples of a glacial basin is the Great Lakes in North America. The Great Lakes were formed over 10,000 years ago when the retreat of glaciers left behind huge depressions in the land, which were then filled with meltwater from the melting ice. Today, the Great Lakes are one of the largest freshwater ecosystems in the world, supporting a diverse array of plant and animal life. Another interesting example of glaciers shaping the landscape is the fjords of Norway. Fjords are long, narrow inlets of water that are surrounded by steep cliffs, and they were created by glaciers carving out valleys during the Ice Age. Today, the fjords of Norway are a popular tourist destination, offering breathtaking views of the dramatic landscape. Ice Age animals. The Ice Age was also a time of incredible biodiversity, with a wide variety of animals inhabiting the planet. Many of these animals were adapted to the cold climate, with thick fur or blubber to keep them warm. Some of the most famous Ice Age animals include mammoths. Mammoths were large, woolly elephants that roamed the tundra of North America, Europe, and Asia during the Ice Age. They had long, curved tusks that they used for digging up vegetation in the snow. Saber-toothed cats. Saber-toothed cats were fierce predators that roamed North America during the Ice Age. They had long, curved teeth that they used to slice through the flesh of their prey. Dire wolves. Dire wolves were large, powerful wolves that lived in North America during the Ice Age. They were apex predators and competed with other large predators such as saber-toothed cats for prey. Giant sloths. Giant sloths were enormous herbivores that lived in South America during the Ice Age. They could grow up to 6 meters tall and were some of the largest mammals to ever walk the earth. One of the most fascinating stories from the Ice Age is the discovery of a frozen mammoth in Siberia. In 2013, a team of scientists discovered a nearly intact mammoth carcass that had been preserved in the permafrost for over 40,000 years. The mammoth, which was named Yucca, had been so well preserved that scientists were able to extract DNA samples and study the animal's diet and genetics. Climate change. The Ice Age was a time of dramatic climate change, with temperatures fluctuating wildly over thousands of years. During the coldest periods of the Ice Age, the temperature could drop by as much as 10 degrees Celsius, and vast areas of the planet were covered in ice and snow. However, during warmer periods, the ice sheets would retreat, and the planet would experience a period of interglacial warming. One of the most interesting stories from the Ice Age is the impact of climate change on early human populations. It is believed that early humans first migrated out of Africa and into Eurasia during the Ice Age, following the herds of mammoths and other large animals that were their primary source of food. As the climate changed and the ice sheets retreated, these early humans were able to expand into new territories, eventually spreading across the entire planet. However, the changing climate also had a significant impact on these early human populations. During periods of extreme cold, it is believed that many groups of humans died out, unable to survive the harsh conditions. On the other hand, during warmer periods, human populations would expand, leading to new innovations and cultural developments. One of the most fascinating examples of early human migration during the Ice Age is the story of the Clovis people in North America. The Clovis people were a prehistoric culture that lived in North America around 13,000 years ago, and they are believed to have been some of the first humans to settle in the Americas. However, the exact origins of the Clovis people are still a mystery, and some theories suggest that they may have migrated to North America from Asia during the Ice Age. Here is a case study on Canada in the Ice Age. During the Ice Age, Canada was covered by massive glaciers and ice sheets that shaped the landscape in profound ways. The Laurentide ice sheet, for example, covered most of Canada and parts of the United States, and it had a profound impact on the geography and ecology of the region. One of the most interesting examples of Canada during the Ice Age is the presence of Ice Age mammals such as mammoths, mastodons, and giant sloths. These animals were adapted to cold, dry conditions and were able to survive in the harsh environments of the Ice Age. In fact, some of these animals survived in Canada until relatively recently, with the last known woolly mammoths dying out around 4,000 years ago on Rommel Island in the Arctic Ocean. Another interesting example of Canada during the Ice Age is the presence of glacial lakes and river systems. As the glaciers retreated, they left behind large bodies of water, including Lake Agassiz, which covered much of Manitoba and parts of Saskatchewan and Ontario. The meltwater from these glacial lakes and rivers also carved out deep valleys and gorges, creating the stunning landscapes that we see in many parts of Canada today. The changing climate during the Ice Age also had a profound impact on plant and animal life in Canada. As the glaciers advanced and retreated, different ecosystems developed in response to changing conditions. For example, during the colder periods of the Ice Age, the boreal forest expanded across much of Canada, while during warmer periods, grasslands and tundra dominated the landscape. Finally, the presence of the ice sheets and glaciers in Canada during the Ice Age had a significant impact on the country's geology. As the glaciers advanced, they scraped away the topsoil and rock, leaving behind a landscape of exposed bedrock and boulders. This process, known as glacial erosion, created many of the stunning rock formations and landscapes that we see in Canada today, including the Canadian Shield, the Rocky Mountains, and the Niagara Escarpment. Conclusion: the Ice Age was a time of incredible geological and biological diversity, with massive glaciers and ice sheets covering much of the planet and a wide variety of animals adapting to the cold climate. The changing climate also had a significant impact on human populations, leading to migrations and cultural developments that shaped the course of human history. While the Ice Age may seem like a distant and ancient time, its legacy can still be seen in the landscapes and ecosystems of our planet today. For examples, the Ice Age had a profound impact on Canada, shaping the country's landscape, ecology, and geology in profound ways. While the ice sheets and glaciers are long gone, their legacy can still be seen in the stunning landscapes, ecosystems, and geological formations that we see in Canada today. Hear a beautiful poem about Canada in the Ice Age. In the land of Canada, long ago, a frozen world lay buried in snow. The Ice Age came with its mighty power to shape the land in its frozen hour. Glaciers vast covered the land. Their icy grip held it in command. Rivers of ice flowed with great might, carving out valleys, in their icy flight. The mighty mammoths roamed the land, with giant tusks and woolly strand. And in the sky the eagles soared, their piercing eyes searching the frozen floor. As the Ice Age ebbed and flowed, the land transformed, new life bestowed. Forests and plains rose from the earth. A new world emerged, with greater worth. And now, in Canada's majestic land, the legacy of the Ice Age still stands. From mountains high to rolling plains, the beauty of Canada forever remains. So let us remember the Ice Age of old, and the story of Canada's land untold. For in its frozen grip, a tale of wonder, and a land of beauty to ponder. We hope this video has given you a taste of all the incredible experiences Canada has to offer. If you're ready to start planning your own adventure to Canada, please ensure to use our Booking.com referral link, https://www.booking.com/index.html. 8 = 7989335 to book your flights, hotels, car rentals, local attractions, and more. It's an easy and kind way to support this channel and make sure you get the best possible deals on your trip. Thank you! And Hub Metaverse team at Vancouver, Canada CA.